From art exhibitions to musical performances to film festivals, we have fun things you can do in St. Louis this spring. That's next on City Corner. I'm Steve Potter, and welcome to City Corner. Mike Ochonicky is the arts editor for The Healthy Planet magazine, and she joins us a couple of times a year to kind of preview fun things to do. Mike, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Steve, for inviting me today. It's good to see you.
How have you been since last fall?
Very well, very well. Ready for spring.
Are you? Are you a garden person?
I am. Can't wait to dig in the dirt.
Well, let's dig into the arts. And just a little background real quick before we get going. We're going to talk about things to go see and go do. Mm-hmm. And that's what you cover in the Healthy Planet magazine. But the magazine has a lot of other topics it covers.
We certainly do. We do all things natural living and healthy living. And we're the oldest green magazine in the St. Louis area. We're starting our 25th year.
Wow, that's amazing. We kind of want to get things going. Speaking about spring, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do. Everybody's into gardening. And so the farmers markets are picking up. And there's lots of activities in the parks, various tours that you can do. We'll talk a little bit about that today. And
one thing I just wanted to throw in off the top of my head, I happened to see it on the news recently. You know, July 4th is back.
Really?
Yes, and they're going to do it a little different this year. Instead of everything being down on the riverfront, they're going to do, I think, most of the activities, don't quote me on all of this, but most of the activities are going to be around Keener Plaza and Ballpark Village. And I think the stage is going to be around Keener Plaza with the arch in the background. Now, the fireworks are still going to be over the river.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm looking forward to that because I haven't been to that in a few years.
Oh, well, that'd be great. Yeah. Well, that'd be great. Well, you know, Earth Day is coming up, April 23rd and 24th in Forest Park, and it's coming back after a 2-year hiatus. So it's good. And Healthy Planet's a big sponsor of Earth Day, so it's good to have it back.
Well, speaking of doing things outside, I know we want to begin with some walking tours.
Definitely. There's some fun tours that Landmark Association of St. Louis sponsors. There's Saturday morning tours. We're looking here at Union Station that was built by Theodore Link in 1894, 1892-94. Anyway, every Saturday morning from now until the end of October, from 10 to 12:30, they have walking tours. They have an East tour that covers the Eads Bridge and the old courthouse and the old cathedral, and then they have a West tour that covers 19th and 20th century landmark buildings like the Soldiers Memorial and Union Station and several others. It's limited to just 15 participants.
So I guess you have to sign up ahead of time.
You do. You just register online and bring your walking shoes because you're going to get a lot of exercise.
You know, I bet we'd be surprised how, you know, that sounds like something for tourists. But I bet we'd be surprised how many people that lived here that haven't taken tours of those places.
You know, that's really true. One of the best vacations our family ever had was the year we went on vacation in St. Louis. And we're native St. Louisans. And we just did all the tourist things that you don't do if you live here. So this is a great opportunity to learn about your city.
All right. Want to move ahead to, I think there's some film festivals, and some of those are outside, aren't they?
Well, you know, the Shakespeare Festival's coming to Forest Park. And that comes, Much Ado About Nothing is going to be put on this year. It's St. Louis's favorite, and that shows up in June, or at the end of May. But people don't always realize that before that is a free film festival, and they are featuring 3 films that are based on Shakespearean plays. The first one, May 19th, is 10 Things I Hate About You, based on The Taming of the Shrew. May 20th is The Lion King, which is based on Hamlet. And May 21st is Theater of Blood with our very own Vincent Price. And that is a story about a Shakespearean actor who carries out the murders in all the Shakespearean plays he stars in.
Sounds like Vincent Price. Yeah, not the real Vincent Price.
It's creepy. So anyway, that's in the Shakespeare Glen, and it's free.
Wow,
so the party starts in the evening at 6, and then the films start at 9.
And that's right near the Art Museum, right?
Right across from the across from the Art Museum, yeah. Same place where the Shakespeare Festival will be.
Yeah, beautiful outdoor setting.
It is.
And speaking of the Art Museum, any movies there?
Well, yes. There's a film series coming up. The Art Museum recently acquired a collection of 800 contemporary works of art that were collected by our Cardinals Hall of Famer Ted Simmons and his wife Marianne Ellison Simmons. And they're donating it to the Art Museum. So it's called based on that collection, the film series is titled Game On this year. So they're featuring 4 films, again, in the Shakespeare Glen. They're going to be right there. It starts with A League of Her Own,
There we
July
go,
8th, yeah. Then July 15th is Love and Basketball. July 22nd is Bend It Like Beckham, so that's a soccer theme. And July 29th is Sandlot. Again, party starts at 6, films at 9, and it's absolutely free. So bring a blanket and family and then get ready to see the new collection.
Have you seen any of those?
Oh, of course.
I haven't.
No.
I know.
Really?
Yes.
Well, we'll have to talk later.
Well, this is a good opportunity then. What else is coming up?
Okay, we've got some dance performances coming up, and dancers are just so awesome. And I tried to pick one that maybe might not be on everybody's radar, and it's Consuming Kinetics Dance Company, better known as CKDC. And they have a performance coming up called Human Disturbance that's based on, I can't wait to see this, based on climate change, resource consumption, and wildlife preservation, performed in dance.
A dance about climate change.
Yeah. Yeah, they approach some real unusual topics. So their performances are coming up April 30th and May 1st at the Marcel down in Grand Center. But watch for them. They do some really interesting performances.
I'd like to see how they translate that and
I will too.
explain that in dance.
I really will too.
Interpretive, that's what it's all about, right?
Definitely.
You know, next thing we're going to mention is Dance St. Louis, and I have a soft spot in my heart for them because until the pandemic started a couple of years ago, for 3 years before the pandemic, I hosted their annual event where they gave awards, and it was just such a pleasure to be around those people, and it was just a really fun time.
The energy is just awesome. And each year, Spring to Dance comes to St. Louis, and sponsored by Dance St. Louis, they bring in 18 different companies over 3 days, over Memorial Day weekend. And this is just amazing. So starting at 6 in the lobby are local dance companies from St. Louis that will be performing. And then starting at 7:30 on the main stage, you'll see 6 different companies each night from all over the United States.
Is that what we have a clip of?
We're going to see a clip. And before we see this clip, I always like to preface it because I often hear from people who go, I love the arts, but I'm not so much into dance. You have never understood dance until you see these companies.
I was one of those people.
Really?
Yeah, I always thought dance was kind of cool, but I just never paid too much attention to it. And then when I actually went and saw a few, it made me realize it was...
And so diverse. There's something that everyone's going to love. Everything from classical ballet, the Philadelphia Ballet Company will be here. Pilobolus will be here. Oh, they're awesome athletes.
What's the clip we're going to see?
And we're going to see a clip of Aerial Dance Chicago performing a portion of Phantom. And they specialize in dance in flight.
All right, let's take a look at that. See, there's a reason I'm not a dancer. I could never do that.
Isn't that amazing?
Dance St. Louis.
Dance St. Louis.
And that's coming up
Spring to
when?
Dance. It is Memorial Day weekend. Tickets are $25 per day. So that gets you all the performances on one day. Or they have a special deal this year. If you go to their website, you can buy 4 tickets for $75. So you save the price of one whole ticket and there's no extra fees.
You kind of mentioned people having a preconception of dance or appreciating dance. And unless you go, you don't realize how different dance companies can be. Totally different experience. Each one.
Different. Totally different. And now more and more the contemporary performers are just such phenomenal athletes that I think the whole family would love them. they're awesome.
Okay, we've got a minute or two before we take break. I just wanted to recap something you mentioned earlier. I think you mentioned Earth Day and the Expo. These are two things coming up. Would you?
I didn't mention the expo, but
Okay.
yeah, I do
We'll
want to
start with
plug
Earth
it.
Day again.
Earth Day is a family-friendly event at Forest Park. Centers around the Muni Lagoon there, and there's all kinds of producers, food producers, organic gardeners, just everything you can imagine that has to do with environmental-minded living. And so that'll be at Forest Park this year.
And then the Expo?
The expo is the Natural Living Expo, and that's on May 15th. It's a Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Webster Groves Recreational Complex in Webster. And it's sponsored by the Healthy Planet. And again, we'll have all kinds of healthy growers and garden centers will be there, as well as some performances. We usually have a guitarist or a harpist performing, and just every kind of supplier you can think of that helps you to live a healthy life.
And when it comes to the Healthy Planet magazine, maybe we should mention again, there was a time way back when you'd find the Healthy Planet at, outside your grocery store and stuff. But like so many other things, you're exclusively online now, right?
We are at present. We went to an online magazine during the pandemic. There's some plans to possibly come back in print because
Really?
some of our readers like holding that magazine. But for now, it can be found at thehealthyplanet.com, and it's free. There's no cost at all. So we come out every month, first of every month.
All right, well, we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to have some more interesting ideas for spring activities, things to go and do and have fun. We're with Mike from the Healthy Planet magazine, and we'll be back right after this.
Operation Wonder Park is a go!
There's nothing more powerful than imagination. But don't just imagine. Use STEM to change the world.
Who's with me?
Oh, it's gonna hurt tomorrow.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
There's so many reasons to love St. Louis, you can't pick just one.
What I love about St. Louis is the 79 unique neighborhoods and 108 beautiful city parks, including Forest Park, which is actually larger than Central Park in New York, and the gorgeous Tower Grove Park right here.
And there's always something new to experience, no matter the time of day or the season. So come and experience St. Louis.
There's so many reasons to love St. Louis, you can't pick just one. From the arts, architecture, and culture. An all-new development, including the Cortex Community Center. And you're never too far from great music and entertainment.
So come and experience St. Louis.
The Missouri Botanical Garden is loved by green thumbs and non-gardening types alike because you can play. You can relax. And there's always something new to experience, no matter the time of day or the season. And learn about conservation and one-of-a-kind plants. So come and experience St. Louis.
It's so sad. It's not.
If you smoked, this new lung cancer screening could save your life. Visit SaveByTheScan.org.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it here. So what are you waiting for? Just go to the site.
I'm Steve Potter. Welcome back to City Corner. Mike Ochonicky is our guest. She's from the Healthy Planet magazine, and she joins us a few times every year with a look ahead at all kinds of arts activity, or the arts editor. Healthy Planet mostly deals with eating healthy and healthy lifestyles and that sort of thing. But healthy people like the arts.
They do.
And I kind of like your purse. I just happened to notice that, and something tells me there's a story there, Mike.
There certainly is.
Why don't you hold it up?
I certainly will.
Because
It's
everybody knows,
sunflowers.
maybe everybody doesn't know, but you're an artist. Stone Hollow Studios is your place.
I am.
And that is your artwork.
It is. I licensed some of my designs to a fashion company in San Francisco named Vida, V-I-D-A. And a lot of artists are drawing pictures of sunflowers in support of the Ukraine, but I'd like to do something really concrete. So this particular bag, it's a nice little clutch for summer that Vida manufactures with my designs. They are donating 100% of their profits to the Psychological First Aid Initiative, which is part of the World Health Organization. And they're boots on the ground at the Polish border helping Ukrainian refugees. And I'm donating 100% of my funds that I get from this as well. So Purchase the handbag, and it all goes to help.
Now, how do we do that?
You can go to my website, which is stonehollowstudio.com. Click on News from the Studio, and it tells you how. Or you can go to shopvida.com and click on the Ukrainian collection. They have a lot of other things by other artists as well.
Stone Hollow Studios is the way to go.
StoneHollowStudios.com.
StoneHollowStudios.com.
Yeah, it's easiest to find.
Well, good. Very nice work.
Thank you.
Very nice
Thank
work.
you.
Well, we're previewing interesting things you can do this spring as we get into summer, and I think everybody's kind of, itching to get going, don't you?
Yes, definitely. We all want out, right?
Right.
I know how bears feel when they come out of hibernation this year. It's like, oh, it's so nice to be outside.
Well, speaking of going out, we have like 9 Ways from Sunday? What's that all about?
9 Ways from Sunday is the MFA Thesis exhibition at the Mildred Lane Kemper Museum. And those are graduate students. MFA is the highest.
What's this we're looking at?
It's a collage work. So it's paint, and it's attached in pieces by one of the students. So you want to see theirs. It's a free exhibition through May 25th. And I'd like to just mention the Mildred Lane Kemper because some people don't even know it's there. It's at Forsyth and Skinker, right on the WashU campus. And it was actually founded in 1881.
I didn't know that.
It's an old museum, and for a while it was housed in the Palace of Fine Arts after the World's Fair. So it's been around for a long time. They have some awesome 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st century images in the collection. So it's a great place to go and see. And the museum was just renovated a couple years ago. So it's very contemporary.
I'll put that on my list.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
What about Parenthood?
Parenthood.
Oh, you're an expert on that, right?
I am. Oh, I asked my son the other day, I said something about it, and he goes, oh, I'm an expert on Parenthood. He has a 3-year-old, so I guess he is. Anyway, Art St. Louis is sponsoring an exhibition right now. There's 58 works. This one that we're looking at here is entitled Piggy, and it's by Natalie Baldian.
One little piggy,
It's
2 little
watercolor.
piggies, right?
Yeah. So the exhibition explores all forms of parenthood, whether human or animal, and whatever aspects you might think of when you think of parenthood.
Wow. So is it just photographs?
No, that wasn't a photograph. That was watercolor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so no, it's all medium, and it's at the Art St. Louis Gallery at 1223 Pine downtown. And again, it's a free exhibition.
And that is the Art St. Louis Parenthood Exhibition.
Through
Well,
May
how about-
19th.
How about a little music? Anything musical going on this
I
spring?
think I can probably come up with a few.
You know, the St. Louis Symphony, few people know about that.
Yeah, it's our secret. No. The St. Louis Symphony will be performing with musical director Stefan Deneuve. They're
Who I have not
performing-
met yet. Have you met him?
Only once.
Because he's been around, how long has he been around? A couple of years?
A couple years.
Yeah.
Just before COVID, I think he
Yeah.
came. Yeah. They're performing the world premiere of Natalie Joachim's Family. And they're going to be performing with the In Unison Chorus that we're looking at right here. The In Unison Chorus is a resident chorus
They've been around a
of
long
the St.
time.
Louis Art Museum, or of the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra. Yes, but they haven't performed with the symphony in 10 years.
Wow.
I wasn't aware it had been that long. They specialize in performances and preservation of African and African American style music. So that's what we'll be hearing there in May 6th to the 7th. And I always like to point out too, tickets to the symphony start at $15. So they're
Right, a lot of
fairly
people that
reasonable
don't go think that maybe it's more pricey. And I guess if you get the best seats in the house, it can be.
Yeah, but you can hear it everywhere.
Right.
It sounds the same throughout the
No, I mean, I would pay to
Hall.
listen from the lobby.
I would too. I would too. It's great.
You know, from all my years at St. Louis Public Radio, I did a million shows with people from St. Louis Symphony. And another group that you want to talk about, and that's the Bach Society.
I do. The Bach Society is winding down their season right now. And whenever you hear Handel's Messiah, don't you just want to sing that hallelujah chorus? But if you sing anywhere, they always go, shh, you can't. But on May 7th, you can, because the Bach Society is going to perform Handel's Messiah. No, it's not Bach, but that's who they're performing, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Church of Our Lady of the Snows in Belleville, Illinois, just a short drive. It's a free concert, and it's a community sing-along. So you can sing to the Messiah, but you have to make reservations in advance so they can know how many people to expect.
You know, I've never been to Lady of the Snows. I bet you have been, but I know for years they've had annual events there, and it's supposed to be a really spectacular place. What's it like?
Yes, there's outdoor grounds where you can stroll. It's just beautiful. Christmas, of course, they always have their Way of the Lights, which is lovely. They have feature art exhibitions from time to time, and then concerts too.
Well, let's jazz it up a little bit.
There you go. You should go. Okay, and
Speaking
so
of jazz.
Jazz St. Louis, of course, is located at their building at 3536 Washington. And most of the performances this month are all there. But on May 12th, George Benson's coming to town. Remember?
Wow, yeah.
Famous George Benson. And he's going to be performing at the Factory at the District. Do you know where that is?
I've never heard of that.
Aha, I thought so, because it's new. And the Factory used to be the Cheesecake Factory in Chesterfield Mall.
Oh, really?
The mall's being all redone. You can't get cheesecake there anymore, but you can get George Benson on May 12th. It's a large, huge, 2,350 seat theater now. So that's in Chesterfield. He'll be performing there. As long as also Jazz St. Louis has all kinds of performances all month long.
Right. Let's talk about stage productions, and of course, I like any kind of play or musical, and Stage of St. Louis has always been one of my favorites.
Yeah, and Stages St. Louis has a new performance place too. They have the Ross Family Theater, and that's in the new Kirkwood Performing Arts Center. Have you been there?
No, I haven't been there either.
You got to get out of the studio. It's just a little bit east of Lindbergh in Kirkwood. And it's a state-of-the-art theater. There's also a black box theater there. But in May to the end of June, they're performing The Karate Kid. And then July 22nd to August 21st, they'll be performing Lin-Manuel Miranda's.
Say that again.
I can't say it that fast. Lin-Manuel. See, you got me again,
I'm sorry.
Miranda. In the Heights. And In the Heights is the story, as you know, about sueñitos, which are the little dreams, and how people find their little dreams. So anyway.
I saw that on stage once. It's incredible.
It's the
Of course,
music.
anything that guy does is incredible, isn't
it?
it?
Really does.
Let's see. How about a little classical guitar?
It's a soft spot in my heart. I love classical guitar. And
Do you play?
I used to pick, but I wouldn't say I could play. I gave my guitar away. So what's that tell you? That's how
Okay,
good
that
I was.
answers my question.
Yeah. So St. Louis Classical Guitar Society has their concerts throughout the year, and those are finished now for the season, but a lot of people don't realize that they have a program every Monday night from 8 to 9 called Inside Classical Guitar on 107.3 FM. And this is Mark Aiken. He's the host of the program. He is also on faculty at Washington University in the music department. But their programs are also archived. So you can have that wonderful classical guitar music playing all the time in your home. It's a nice break from standard radio.
You got something against radio?
No,
Okay, you know.
what. It's nice to have some classical music.
Mike, I'm wondering, back to the Healthy Planet magazine, the couple of minutes that we have left. Did you guys notice that there was more interest in healthy lifestyles or less interest in healthy lifestyles over the last couple of years? Because, everybody's life was changed a little bit. And I think some people got on a health kick and some people went just the opposite way.
Yeah, but I think most people got on that health kick.
Yeah.
I have just seen things have just exploded in interest in organic foods, in growing your own foods, in walking, in exercising, because some of us picked up that, COVID 5 or 10 pounds, and it's good to get that off. I think there's been a real surge. Garden centers around the area are saying the same thing, like plants are just flying off the shelves and they can't get enough in to supply everybody. So yeah, we're definitely interested in healthy living these days.
Yeah, any special topics coming up in the Healthy Planet magazine that you might want to tease us with?
Oh, sure. We will always have our farmers market guide that comes out probably the next month or so. Issue. It's usually May to June, so that you can keep abreast of all the farmers markets that are held throughout the area. And because they're not all on the weekends, some are during the week as well. And then we'll also be listing all kinds of family activities. We also have a summer camp guide for kids, so you can get the kids outside too.
We kind of talked off camera about having you back in a few months to talk about places really close that we can go visit, day trips, right?
I would love to do that. There are so many artsy venues around the metro area that aren't far at all.
We'll have you back.
I will do that.
Mike Ochonicky, thank you so much, the arts editor of the Healthy Planet magazine. Hope you got some good ideas of fun things to do this spring. Be sure and go to Facebook to the Healthy Planet magazine or to thehealthyplanet.com and check it out, because things can pop up every day on that.
That's right.
So thanks again, Mike.
Thank you, Steve.
I'm Steve Potter, and thank you for being a part of this City Corner. We'll see you next time.